Israel fired barrages of artillery into southern Lebanon over the weekend after Lebanon's militant group Hezbollah targeted northern Israel, raising fears of a broader conflict.
네, 지난 주말 레바논의 무장세력 헤즈볼라가 북부 이스라엘을 공격한 후 이스라엘도 레바논 남부를 향해 대응 포격을 가하면서 이 일대의 확전 우려가 커지고 있습니다. Now this comes on the heels of a very big attack and firings going on in the Gaza Strip.
The entire region, yeah.
그래요. 그래서 이스라엘의 지금 가자 지구에서도 이렇게 지금 계속해서 폭격이 이어지고 있는 상황이고 many casualties have come out of that. It's still ongoing as we speak. And then further up north, this is what happened on the heels of that. Israel and also Lebanon. We're talking about the same area here. The north of Israel, the south of Lebanon, that's the borderline there. Conflict is arising there as well.
Yeah, they're saying about 250 Israelis currently dead, another 230 or so Gazans killed on the area. So it has been quite a conflict that's been taking place over there. And like you mentioned, this is just one area of a bigger, broader battle that's been taking place on a couple of fronts. So, I think the big concern is that this doesn't spill over to become something even bigger than it already is.
Exactly. 자, 그 확전의 우려가 계속 커지고 있는 상황이라는 말씀을 해주셨고요. We're hoping that it doesn't spill over to other regions. 이렇게 표현을 하셨습니다. 자, 그럼 표현 한번 볼게요. A barrage of something이라는 표현인데요.
Yeah, usually I would actually see this as Israel fired a barrage of artillery. You can also say it that way. There's nothing wrong with saying fired barrages, but you'll also hear it as a barrage as well. And when you're talking about a barrage or barrages, it's just a bunch of something, a large amount. And the best way I could explain it is think about if you're shooting a gun that shoots out one bullet compared to if you have a machine gun that's going then you're shooting a bunch of bullets at the same time. So a barrage of bullets kind of coming out of a machine gun as opposed to one bullet coming out of a pistol.
아, 그래요. 연발 사격이라는 뜻으로 스펠링은 barrage 이렇게 했습니다. 자, 이어서 raising fears of something.
Yeah, when fears are raised, or your fears, I guess fears have been raised in this case, it'd be, you have a bigger concern of something becoming worse, perhaps, or because A can lead to B, and B being something much worse, the concern is being raised. It hasn't happened, but you're kind of hoping that it doesn't.
Fears, 어떤 두려움이나 우려, raise, 그것이 올라가고 있는 거니까요. 여러 가지 이제 두려움을 불러일으킨다라고 볼 수 있겠네요. Do you have an example sentence for this?
I do. So the unexpected rainfall raised fears of flooding. So the flooding hasn't happened yet, but because of the large rainfall, it could. So because of that, the fears have been raised. We're a little concerned about this. We're worried about it, but it hasn't necessarily happened yet.
Right, exactly. 예상치 못한 이 폭우로 인해서 침수에 대한 우려가 커지고 있다. 이런 예문이네요. Raise fears of something. 자, 다시 읽어보겠습니다. Israel fired barrages of artillery into southern Lebanon over the weekend after Lebanon's militant group Hezbollah targeted northern Israel, raising fears of a broader conflict.